is a big day in Washington. New Congress taking over just hours from now. New leaders will be sworn in. Nancy Pelosi will once again become Speaker as the Democrats take over the House. Republicans make gains in the Senate.
She will make history as she becomes Speaker again. It's going to be the most diverse Congress in American history. More women serving than ever before. 25 in the Senate, 102 in the House, 43 women of color, including the first two Muslim American Congresswomen, Democrats, Ilhan Omar from Minnesota, Rashida Tlaib from Michigan. They're going to take the oath of office on a Quran that belonged to Thomas Jefferson. And New York Democrat Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez will become the youngest woman ever to serve in Congress.
And all of this is taking place as the government shutdown. It hits day 13. President Trump and the Democrats both digging in after that White House summit.
And the question this morning remains, will this divided government be able to strike a deal? Our senior congressional correspondent Mary Bruce is on Capitol Hill with the latest. And Mary, pressure's on.
Yeah, Robin, new pressure and a new era here in Washington. In just a few hours, Democrats will take control of the House, dramatically shifting the power dynamic here in Washington. For the first time, President Trump is going to come up against a divided Congress. And for the second time in her career, Nancy Pelosi will be Speaker. Her first order of business, though, a vote to try and force the president's hand and reopen the government. This morning, Nancy Pelosi is taking the Speaker's gavel and ramping up the pressure on President Trump.
We are giving him a Republican path to do that. Why would he not do it? Except, why would he not do it?
Armed with a new majority in the House, Pelosi and Democrats are plowing ahead with a plan to reopen key parts of the government. But it does not give the president what he's demanding, $5.6 billion for his border wall. And with Republicans in charge of the Senate, her plan is already dead on arrival.
The Senate will not waste its time considering a Democratic bill which cannot pass this chamber and which the president will not sign.
Overnight, the president tweeting, "I remain ready and willing to work with Democrats to pass a bill that secures our borders, supports the agents and officers on the ground, and keeps America safe. Let's get it done." But the president is publicly rejecting a potential compromise, a $2.5 billion plan proposed by his own vice president.
No, not 2.5. No, we're asking for 5.6. And, you know, somebody said 2.5. No, look, this is national security we're talking about.
With no end in sight, the effects of the shutdown are piling up. Trash overflowing in national parks, and those nearly 800,000 government workers furloughed or working without pay. And the president now says brace for the long haul.
Could be a long time, or it could be quickly. Could be a long time. It's too important a subject to walk away from.
Now, a source tells me that in their meeting yesterday, the Democrats repeatedly pressed the president, asking if he would at least commit to opening those agencies unrelated to this immigration fight. But the president told them that if he agreed to that, he would, quote, look foolish. Now, there is talk that they may meet again tomorrow. But, Robin, until then, the stalemate continues.
And until then, many people are really feeling the effects of this shutdown. And what can they expect if indeed it does continue like this?
Yeah, Robin, well, the full impacts of this shutdown won't be known for quite some time, but there are some key dates that we're keeping a close eye on. Next Friday is the last day many government workers, including the Coast Guard, will be paid. Now, if this shutdown continues through the end of this month, then you're looming over the beginning of tax season, and there could be some delays with processing your tax returns at the IRS. If this lasts until after January, it's unclear whether those households that are eligible for food stamps will still receive their benefits next month. So, Robin, some very real consequences coming your way from this shutdown.
Very real. All right.